Hey YouTube. This is for all the Sailor Moon fans out there. I myself am a Sailor Moon fan and have been since I started watching the anime back in '98 when it got its Toonami airing on Cartoon Network. I know the history of Sailor Moon and all, but I didn't catch on it until a few years later because of the poor treatment that it had gotten back then and well, the dead time slot airings they got on USA and CBS. Although I did catch one episode on USA and then forgot about it, but then sometime later remembered it, and when I saw it on Cartoon Network, I was like, oh my god, I remembered this. I must have seen it once or something. And I was only like 8 at the time, or 7, but it caught on with me. And as I got older, I started to get more into it and wanted to know a bit more about the original versions. And when I saw how mature it was, I was mad that it got all that poor treatment and sensory. I mean, it was just not necessary for the series considering what the age groups were supposed to be. By the time I was like 14, I had known all that, and when I heard there was more of the show, I was like, oh my god, I hope it comes. And when I found out it wasn't, I was disappointed. But I am happy that the mangas are back, and I definitely hope that the series gets a redub. Now, ideas for redubs, I will make another video about that because I really heard some great ideas out there and some that weren't so great. And I'll talk about that in my next video to say why I think some ideas were great, why some weren't, and what my idea for a redub of it would be as a fan, or what should be anyway. But I am so happy that the mangas are back. I mean, I got a few Sailor Moon things here in my room that I can show. Like, some were gifts. I have that poster over there. My sister had got it in California and well brought it back with her when she came back to Florida. I also have a wallet, which I used temporarily since I didn't have another wallet, but I do love Sailor Moon enough to own a wallet. And I do also have some DVDs of Sailor Moon right there. So, if I had money, I would get the rest of the show. You know, I would even get more merchandise. But since I don't have money like that, what more can I do? And I am actually planning on buying that men's Sailor Moon t-shirt that just became available at Hot Topic recently. I mean, I am that much of a fan that, yes, I want more Sailor Moon. I own the mangas of, well, the new printed editions anyway, because I never owned the original of Sailor Moon. And then, of course, Sailor V, I was like, oh, I was happy to know about these. So I got them at my nearest comic store, which I was lucky enough that they had any copies at all because there was one of each literally there in the store. And I was happy to buy them. But anyway, if I'm going to talk about the redub, it's going to be in the next video, which I'm sure I will talk about the redub to the show. So, I mean, if there is ever going to be a redub, which we can all hope for. And as fans, we could win the fight with the high demand. Just keep demanding it. And show it to your friends, show it to people that might be into the sort of thing, but they don't know it enough about it, so you might have to actually tell them about the originals, show them the manga, let them read it, and then let them watch the show or whatever. Um, I mean, the more Sailor Moon gets around, the more likely the anime is about to come back. We can all be sure it'll come back, but I think we'll see more progress when the word actually gets out about it. I mean, I live in Florida and we're not big on anime here. I mean, Florida in general, because I do love my anime. I mean, I've seen Inuyasha and all that stuff, but there's not many places out there that carry them. Like my local Walmart, the only anime or manga that they carried was Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. And then there's a comic store that I visited. I was lucky that they had these copies of Sailor Moon and Sailor V Volume 1. And I really hope I can find the other volumes when they become available. Because I know Sailor Moon is popular. I've always had a strong belief that it was a good show and that it was popular. Even though in Florida it doesn't seem that way, I know it is because I've seen all the latest news reports online and everything about how well the manga is selling and other merchandise. So I am happy that it's being very successful this time, and it looks like it's getting a lot better treatment than it did when it was first brought over to North America back in '95. So if there's any comments, any questions about why I decided to do this, I may have said it in the video already, or any comments on anything I said, let me know. Thanks. I'll post another video soon.